Also, staying on what Ritu has said, just a few more details about what she's saying. After the Karnataka High Court permitted Ganesh Chaturthi celebrations at the Eidgah Maidan, the Hubballi Dharwad Municipal Corporation has agreed to give permission to Rani Chennamma Maidan Gajanana Utsav Board for the installation of Ganesh idol at Maidan. The corporation received a total of 6 applications, while one organization is granted permission. Other 5 Hindu organizations will be supporting the board in celebration. So as Ritu was already telling us, that's going to be a huge Ganesha. It's going to be measuring about 300 feet in height, she was saying. Going back to Ritu, you were telling us that this idol is going to be installed this afternoon. But coming back to what I was asking, how is the public viewing this? Were they happy with the status quo in that Maidan? I know that namaz was being offered at the Maidan, and it is called the Eidgah Maidan as well. Earlier, the Supreme Court had ordered for the status quo, which was a relief to the Muslim petitioners. Now it's, of course, been opened up for Ganesh celebrations, because there was also the view that why should secularism only go one way, and why can't we have a confluence of festivals here, as India, of course, is a diverse and secular country.
Yes, so as we're talking about the kind of a reaction that is pouring in from the locals is of course some kind of a fear that they also had, because back in 1994, you remember huge violence that erupted on August 15 is when 5 people in fact were been killed in the open firing, and the one person killed the very next day itself because of the kind of violence that erupted as they tried making an attempt to hoist the flag at the Maidan. So that has been the violence timeline that we have seen, how Uma Bharti, in fact, from UP had come down to this Maidan, and you have seen all big leaders, in fact, being part of that rallies that later point took out after the open firing, including B.S. Yediyurappa too. So that was also during the election period, very much where this violence was being witnessed, and then later point an attempt was being made for idol installation. But as said about the timeline that we're talking about, this is a particular Maidan which belongs to the corporation body, but this was being provided for almost 999 years on a lease of a rupee 1 back then, like almost a very big and a long story that we're talking about. So that is that's the period when it was being told that this Maidan will be given for 2 days, that is for a namaz offering. That's only for a 2-day permission, but then later point it actually belongs to the corporation, as spoken to by the Supreme Court as well. But now you see all this matter going back to the Supreme Court and then to the High Court. So this has been one of the clear reason why the permission is being provided at the Maidan, and locals have also very much accepted it, because this was almost from a past 5 years that they were making this attempt for a Ganesha idol installation. But after all that, you see again ahead of the election, this permission has been provided at the Maidan for the Ganesha idol installation.
Well, Ritu,